Welcome to your practice, everybody. We're going to start in a child's pose. So take your knees as wide as the mat and sink your hips down towards your heels, letting your chest fall between your thighs. And just make the most of the space between the back of the body, so really breathe into the back of your lungs. Taking a deep breath in, walk the hands over to the left and post your right hand underneath your left armpit. Gazing underneath your left armpit or keeping your eyes closed. Pushing the fingertips all the way through, get a deep stretch and then release. Coming back into the child's pose, maybe coming onto the very tips of your fingers for treetop fingers, making more space for the shoulders. If this isn't comfortable, you can stay with the hands down to the floor. Taking a breath in and then walking the hand over to the right, posting the left hand underneath the right armpit and looking underneath your right arm. Taking a side body stretch. Releasing back to the center. Making your way to our tabletop position, pushing the right foot back and see if you can push the heel down towards the ground, making space for the calf. The next time you breathe in, we lift the right leg, lift the left hand. Exhale to bring the elbow and knee together and inhale to push them away. Breathing out, elbow and knee tap, inhale, release. Exhale, tap, inhale, push away. One more like this. Take a breath in and then release the right leg down. Extend the left leg, really push back through the left heel, so releasing that calf muscle on the left side. And then when you're ready, we lift the left leg into the sky, lift the right hand. Try and avoid collapsing over to the right, so squaring the hips towards the ground. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, touch the elbow and knee together. Inhale to extend, and exhale, touch the elbow and knee together. When you finish that last one, release the left leg to the ground, tucking the toes under, push the hips into the sky, heels to the ground for your downward facing dog. Now I want you to move as freely as you need to in this first downward facing dog, maybe bouncing the chest towards the thighs, moving the heels, just seeing how you feel. And just like we did in the previous video, we're going to inhale to roll forwards, exhale to push back into a floating child's pose. Breathing in and then breathing out to push the knees back, keeping them hovered off the ground, then back into downward facing dog. Take your gaze forwards and start to walk the feet towards the top of the mat. Holding onto either elbow. And again, swaying from side to side, just release the back of the legs, the neck. And slowly begin to roll your way up to stand. Bringing the big toes to touch, we're going to play around with a little balance today. So take an inhale, lift your hands over your head, lift your heels. And as you exhale, keeping the heels lifted, see if you can drop the hips down. Pause at the bottom, the heels stay up. Inhale to rise up, exhale we fold, drop the heels. Inhale, flat back, look forwards. Exhale, we step or jump it back to plank pose. Lowering down, knees, chest and chin, elbows in. Inhale, snake the body through to your cobra or baby cobra where the ribs stay down. Taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, back into your downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, step or take a hop to the top of your mat into a half lift. Breathe it in. And exhale, we refold. Inhale, sweep your hands over your head, look to your thumbs. Bring them through to the heart center. Inhale, we lift, lifting the heels off. Exhale, with control, start to lower your way down. Pause in at the bottom. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heels drop, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathing in. Exhale, jump back to plank pose. Knees, elbows in, chest and chin. Exhale. Inhale, snake the body through. And as we exhale, bend the knees, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump to the top, breathing in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise up. Bring the hands through to the heart center. Take an inhale, lift your hands into the sky, sink the hips and heels down to the ground. Make sure you can wiggle your toes for chair pose, and as you exhale, we fold forwards. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, jump it back to plank pose, this time lowering down in one straight line. Inhale, push the heart through for upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. We breathe in, right leg rises, step that foot forwards. Inhale into your warrior one. Exhale, the hands come down. This is one breath. We lower chaturanga. Now we breathe in into our upward facing dog, push forwards. And as we exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. As we exhale, step the foot through, drop the right heel in. Sweep the hands over the head as you breathe into your warrior one. Exhaling, stepping back, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, push the heart through. And exhale into downward facing dog. Well done, everyone. Inhale, look forwards. Bringing the heels together, we roll forwards and push back. Taking the feet about as wide as the mat and start to walk the body back. Maybe taking them off the mat if you feel you've got space in the hamstrings. Inhale, come onto the fingertips and look forwards. And as we exhale, draw in the chest towards the thighs, drop the head down towards the ground. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale onto the fingertips, flat back. Exhaling, we refold, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Inhale to crawl forward, bring the feet together and rolling up to stand at the back of our mats. Hands to the heart center, lifting our right leg up into the sky. Now, I did have a bit of a wobble while doing this, so take your time. Either take the left hand to the outside of the right knee, or as I'm doing, the left hand goes to the outside of the right foot, extending the leg. Take your time, don't become frustrated. We then release the right hand behind us. So it doesn't matter how straight you've got this leg, just try and keep your balance. Now switching the grip, placing the right foot onto the left thigh for our tree pose, hands to your heart center. Having a little play with lifting that heel off and putting it back down. Don't take your practice too seriously, sometimes we do wobble. Find your drishti and find your focus, holding it there. Inhale, lift your hands over your head, drop the shoulders away from your ears. And as we exhale, bring the hands into the heart center. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, we refold. Inhale, sweep the hands over the head, bring the hands through to the heart center. Breathing in, left leg rises. So again, taking the right hand to the outside edge of the left knee or to the outside edge of your left foot. Extending the left leg, maybe the left arm, And if you're feeling quite strong on that standing leg, maybe look towards your left hand. Very wobbly on this leg today. When you're ready, placing the left foot towards the left thigh, coming into your tree pose. So you can take the foot towards the calf if you wish. If you've got it on the thigh, maybe have a little play with lifting that right heel off the floor. Inhale, take your hands over your head, find your balance. And exhale, bring the hands through to the heart center. Inhale, rise up, take a back bend, and as we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, crawl forward to our plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, exhale, and as you inhale, push the heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg into the sky. Send the foot between the hands and drop the left knee. We inhale, lift the hands over the head to low lunge. And as we exhale, drop the left hand down and come onto the tiptoes on that right foot if that feels okay. Stretching the right hand over the head. Inhale into the center, and as we exhale, drop the right hand down, sweep the left hand over, again lifting that right heel off the ground if that feels okay. Circling the left hand forward, right hand over, take a back bend. And as we exhale, right hand goes down, left hand goes up, dropping your back left heel, looking towards your right hand. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, pushing the weight through the right foot into our warrior two. Take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, cartwheel the hands towards the ground. Step it back into plank pose. Exhale for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in, the left leg goes into the sky. And as we exhale, step the foot between the hands, drop the back knee. Inhale, rise up with the hands, low lunge. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, the right hand goes down, coming onto the left tiptoes this time. You can keep the left heel down if it doesn't feel good. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we drop the left hand down, right hand over. Again, onto our tiptoes if it feels okay. Circling the left hand forwards. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Making space for that left hip to open. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, standing up, warrior two, other side. So make sure that you're pushing down through your back foot as much as your front one. Take a deep breath in, cartwheel the hands forward, step it back, down dog. And when you're ready, dropping down towards your knees. Sitting back onto your toes, we're going to talk you through having a little play with our headstands now. So, the two hands on the floor are going to be the base of the triangle, and the head goes to the very top of the triangle. So you want to make the head quite far away from the hands. If it's too close to the hands, you are going to fall over. Now lift the knees off the floor and walk your feet in towards your body. So you see with your elbows bent, you've got a little shelf to maybe drop one knee on the elbow, put it back down. Maybe we lift the other knee back onto the back of the tricep, put it back down. If you're feeling quite strong, see how it feels with both knees rested on the triceps, possibly lifting the knees up into the chest and then into the sky. Now the beauty of this home practice is you can do this with a sofa behind you, so you don't feel too scared about falling over. Squeezing the thighs together, keeping the breath steady. And when you're ready to come out, we bring the knees back in. Touch the toes to the ground and make your way into a child's pose. Slowly making your way back up into the center, just resting the hands down into the lap. Taking full belly breaths in. Sending the weight over to one side, we're going to come down to lie on our mats. Make sure you can tickle your heels with your fingers, that's the correct distance they need to be away from your body, before you take a deep breath in and push your hips up into the sky for our bridge pose. Squeezing through the glutes and pushing through the heels. You can keep the hands by the side of the body, or if you want to, shimmy the shoulders together and clasp the hands under the body, pushing into the ground with the hands. If you start to feel the hips drop, we squeeze the hip, squeeze the glutes and lift them higher. When you're ready to come down, slowly rolling the body back down. Ready for round 2. Now those of you who want to stay in bridge, you can. Anyone wanting to come into wheel pose, taking the hands by the sides of the head, fingertips pointing towards the shoulders. Now we push up into our bridge, first coming onto the head, and then as you exhale, push the head off the ground, straightening the arms and lifting the hips into the sky. Wheel pose. Nice steady long breath, and as you exhale, tuck the chin in towards your chest and roll the body down. Let the knees fall into one another. Taking the arms out like a cross, a simple twist, send the knees to the left while you look over to the right. You can use the left hand on top of the right knee just to gently guide it down to the floor. Deep breath in, and as we breathe out, send the knees over to the opposite side, looking towards the left this time. Bringing the knees back into the center, and then allow the soles of the feet to touch, drawing the soles of the feet in towards the ground. Let the knees hang out by either side. You can relax the hands and close the eyes, or bring the thumb and index finger to touch. Just slowing the body back down. Using the power of the breath to calm the nervous system. Breathing deeply into the belly. And exhaling fully while the belly button pulls in towards the spine, letting every bit of air back out. Slowly drawing the knees back together when you feel ready. And coming to lie on your right side, making a pillow for your head with your forearms or your hand. Gently push yourself up to a seated position, crossing the legs. The hands come into the heart center, releasing the index finger for our Kali Mudra, like we did in the breathing part of the practice before. Inhale, we lift the hands up. Exhale, back into the heart center. Bowing the head, thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.